What's up, friends? How's it going? Happy hump day. I don't know, all evening I was thinking it was Thursday night. I was thinking tomorrow's Friday, but we've got 2 more days of the week to go. I wanted to jump on and maybe remind you, maybe tell you what tomorrow marks. So hoping a bunch of people jump in. You know, I think that the next 3 months, you know, we're kind of rolling into, October, November, and December. The last quarter can be a really challenging time, but it can also be a fun time in terms of, you know, thinking about your health and wellness. So one of the things that people don't realize, what, sis?
Oh, I didn't know if you're on a live.
I am on a live. Yeah. Do you want to show everybody your curly hair? It looks amazing. Sis got like a little makeover. Yeesh. She's got her big dance tomorrow.
Oh, no.
She's so excited. She's so excited. But what I wanted to jump on and talk to you guys about is the fact that tomorrow marks 100 days left in the new year. Yes, in this year, in 2021. We have 100 days left. And, you know, that's a lot of time to, you know, make a difference. It's a lot of time to think about how you're going to end the year and not be kind of in a worse place than where you started. I think that's key. You know, October is a really, I think, interesting month because, you know, once we hit Halloween, it's like
Candy!
Yeah, candy, downhill, yes. I think that Halloween really kind of signifies the beginning of the holiday season. We roll into November. Definitely once Thanksgiving hits, you know, it's full steam ahead. Thinking about weight loss in that sense is really hard. You know, typically in December, what I'm working on with my clients, especially in the Lean Monthly membership, is maintenance. Yes, maintenance, 100% maintenance. So, you know, October is a powerful month that you can really maybe dial in on your health and wellness goals. You know, you can use the next 100 days as kind of structure to kind of end the year off good, you know, end the year in a good place. I think a lot of times, you know, people kind of give up in November and December, and it's like, oh, well, I'll start fresh in January. Don't do that. You know, I think the average weight gain in that holiday season can be anywhere from, you know, 2 to 5 pounds, and that adds up. It adds up. So I wanted to bring to your guys' attention the fact that tomorrow notes 100 days. And I challenge you to really think about what impact, what can you do in 100 days? You know, what can you do? What kind of changes can you make for the good? And I encourage you to focus on the small changes versus the big changes. You know, what are the things that you can sustainably sustain over the next 100 days? And I promise you, you know, I pulled out one of my old habit trackers. I love these habit trackers. And what if you made a commitment to simply, you know, committing to 3 or 4 healthy habits for 100 days? What kind of impact would that have? It could have a huge impact. You know, I talk a lot with a lot of people about this kind of all or nothing mindset. Yes. Do you like it's actually a dress. Good vibes, good vibes. Yes, for bringing all the good vibes. But I talk to a lot of people about breaking this all or nothing mindset, because I know it is the number one thing holding you back. You know, especially in the next 3 months, you're going to think, well, if I can't do it all, I might as well not do anything. Yes, I love it. You know, we have a ton of monthly membership clients rolling out of the 10-day reset. And how powerful, I would love if you know, have participated in that 10-day reset, how powerful you feel coming out of just a 10-day reset. You know, it's been a great experience, but pick 3 or 4 habits that you can do consistently over the next 100 days. And I promise you, you're going to end the year at a better place. Yeah. So I would love to hear kind of what your habits are. These are some of the things that I would suggest considering that could have a significant impact on how you feel and potentially weight loss, over the next 100 days. Number one, I would say, what about your sleep? What about prioritizing your sleep? I don't think that we talk enough about sleep and the importance of sleep. And I'm working with a one-on-one client right now, and she's eating, her macros are perfection. Her nutrition is great, yet she still wants to pick on, like, should I eat less? Should I do this? She wants to pick on her nutrition, but she sleeps like shit and her stress is through the roof and she doesn't have any activity. So I have her filling out this habit tracker, and every day I tell her, I was like, I want you to wake up every morning and I want you to rate your sleep. Okay. How did you sleep good? On a 1 to 10, was it, you woke up 4 or 5 times, you feel lethargic, it was a 4, or you slept well, you only woke up once, you feel rested, it's an 8. And I want you to quantify how you slept for the next 30 days. And let's see, because good sleep, bad sleep, like, what does that mean? So what if you rated your sleep from 1 to 10 and then look over and say, okay, well, man, my sleep's averaging a 4. Yeah, you're right. My sleep sucks. If you have like an Aura ring, you can really quantify your sleep, so your goal is, basically write down your sleep score. I had an 80, I had a 90, I had a 95, I had a 60. Trust me, I drank that night, So again, it helps you to see, how good your sleep. So sleep is, I think, a really good one to track. Let me know if you guys have any questions about how to, optimize your sleep. Where do you get the habit tracker? You can actually it's in the portal, because I know you have access to that. But it's also in my bio. So the main link in my bio, you can download the habit tracker or DM me and I'll send it to you. On my Christmas list is an Aura ring. I can't wait to drop my gift guide. I've got so many great gifts for you guys. I'm going to drop it early because let me tell you, you're going to have to shop early this year because supply and shipping and all that is a little bit of a challenge. But the Aura ring is, I think, definitely a good investment. The chili pad is such a good investment. Those are all things that will help with your sleep and stuff. So sleep's a really good one. Number 2, hydration. I think, me, electrolytes. I totally push electrolytes, nonstop. And I know, and when you are well hydrated, you are less hungry. You sleep better, you poop better, you feel better, your energy's better. And that's easy. Okay. That's an easy one. It's free. Essentially, electrolytes aren't free, but.
You should say hydrate or dehydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate is what, Molly Hunter says for sure. So that's another easy one. What if for the next 100 days you commit to good hydration? It will matter. I always say the signal for thirst and hunger are exactly the same. So most people are walking around thinking they're thirsty all the time, when in reality, they're just, walking around thinking they're hungry all the time, when in reality, they're just thirsty. So good hydration is key. Electrolytes is key. Optimizing your magnesium. That's another one. I don't think that people realize how impactful optimizing magnesium is until you actually optimize your magnesium. Do the 30-day soak challenge. Do it for 100 days, or maybe say for the next 100 days, I'm going to soak for 50 days. I promise you, your magnesium levels will be so much better. That's another great one. Prioritize your protein. I know a lot of you that follow me are past lean clients. I know a lot of you that follow me, are macro trackers. But tracking your macros every day, it just doesn't happen. But you should always be very aware of your protein intake. Protein is the most important macronutrient for weight loss. And I can guarantee, the days in which you're not tracking, you're not getting your protein goal. And I promise you, hitting your protein goal fills you up, keeps you full, helps you build muscle, helps you burn fat. Natasha says shipping stinks right now. She is right. Faye here, you're so inspiring. Thank you, Faye. Love my chili pad. Let me tell you, if you need a chili pad code, let me know. Let me know. Monica, I saw you just ordered your CGM. I'm so excited. So in October, in the Lean Monthly membership, if you're a past Lean client, you're always eligible for anything we're doing in the Lean Monthly membership. We're doing another CGM group, which is a continuous glucose monitor. We're doing it with NutriSense. And it's information. I am all about collecting data and information on myself, so I can find ways to improve my health. I mean, I always say I'm never asking you to do things I'm not also doing. So yeah, I cannot wait to do the CGM with you, Monica. Where do you order the CGM? So we're doing it as a group in the Lean Monthly membership. If you want to DM me, I can send you some information. We're doing it through NutriSense. So it'll be awesome. It will be awesome. Yes. OMG, so true. I have to track every day or my protein is low. Yeah, definitely. I know for me, there's strategies that I use. I don't track every day. I track probably like 4 or 5 times a year. Obviously, when I'm tracking, I'm more dialed in. I'm all in on the 10-day detox. I'd say I've done it about 90% because I struggle with perfection. Did you see those crumble cookies? Yes. Okay. So where's my confessional? But they had a hot cornbread cookie. How could you not try a hot cornbread cookie with a dollop of buttercream frosting on it? So I had a bite and it was worth every morsel. Yes. But yeah, coming out of that, 10-day reset is really powerful because it doesn't require tracking. It's just whole food nutrition. So, eating all I want for sure. Need a chili pad code. Okay. DM me because I've got one for you. I would love to learn how to track my macros. I'm completely lost in terms of where to start. Yeah. DM me and I'll send you some information. That's something that we definitely work on a lot in the Lean program, Living Energized and Nourished. And here's the thing, I have a love-hate relationship with tracking because, it is not sustainable. Our goal in the monthly membership is to get people away from tracking, but it creates nutritional awareness like you've never had before. I work with so many women who say, oh, Amanda, I eat healthy, but I still can't lose weight. Well, healthy food adds up. And most of the time, when you're, eating healthy, you're probably not hitting your protein goal. You're probably getting too many carbohydrates. So learning how to balance out your macronutrients is really key to being able to eat more intuitively. And I hate to use that term right now because I feel like, intuitive eating. I mean, there's just such a issue. Like people are so mad that people want to lose weight and be healthy. I mean, it makes no sense to me. So, but I think it's really hard to be an intuitive eater without having nutritional awareness. Once you have nutritional awareness, intuitive eating is so much easier. It really is. So that's what we strive. So yeah, DM me. I'll send you some information. Progress, not perfection, for sure. I love it. LK Murphy, cocktails are a killer. It is. No, and I think alcohol, 100 days. Okay. Well, I guess I should be able to do the math of 100 days. So, I really preach this 80-20 approach. And I think that that's the same with alcohol. And I always tell my clients, 30 days in a 30-day month, if your goal is to drink alcohol 20% of the time, that's not Friday and Saturday. 20% actually comes out to be 6 days in a month. 6 days. All right. Not 8. Okay. 8 is more like 25%, So when we look at 100 days, because alcohol is going to be a kicker over the next 3 months. I mean, I definitely drink more in November and December than I do most months, typically. I don't know. Life is so much different now I used to be very social in December. Now I don't know if there's going to be any parties. I don't know. But if you look at 100 days and you say, I really want to go into, this 100 days with 80-20 effort in these areas, and alcohol is one of those, then you get to drink for 20 days. That's pretty damn good. Yes. So maybe you sit down and you actually map out those 20 days. I'm going to Halloween. I've got this party, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Definitely going to be drinking on Thanksgiving. Got to do it with my family. Map it out. And aim for, alcohol 20 days in the next 100 days. That's what it comes down to. And that's what I love about the habit tracker in terms of actually quantifying your efforts. It's easy to get to the end of 30 days and say, I worked really hard. I busted my ass and, I didn't see any results. And then when you look at pen to paper and you're like, oh yes, actually, I did not do 80-20 with my alcohol. It was more like, 60-40. I did not realize how much I was drinking. Or it's like, I did not do 80-20 with my sleep. It was more like 60-40. So you can really identify, I think 80-20 is what it takes for weight loss. I think that's the minimum, okay? I think 70-30, 60-40 is maintenance. I think 50-50 is gaining, 40-60 is gaining. So, when you really look at, that 80-20 in this manner, it really helps. Let's see here. In boutique, the program works. Oh, I love it. Done a lot of different diets. Love being able to track my macros. Struggle with wine though. Yeah. We all do. The alcohol is hard. Sanjay talks about the role of insulin disruptor, insulin resistance, and cholesterol, weight, all bad stuff. Your tracking is on point. Yeah, definitely. When we talk about, inflammation, insulin resistance, when we talk about diabetes, hypertension, PCOS, Hashimoto's, thyroid issues, it's all about inflammation. It's all about blood sugar balance. But blood sugar balance doesn't mean low carb. Blood sugar balance doesn't mean keto. Okay. And I have a big issue with that because I don't think that low carb every day is sustainable. I don't think keto every day is sustainable. I don't think keto should be done every day. Okay. Women need carbohydrate. So do men. In my opinion, the only right way to keto is to keto cycle. You got to cycle for sure. I didn't realize how low my protein was. This program really helped me to see that in lack of nutrition. And I agree. I hear that so much from my clients because, I don't promote a high protein diet. Okay. I'm totally opposed to a high protein diet. My protein goals based on caloric intake are typically right around 20 to 25%, between 20 and 30%. Low carb days go up to 35%, but that's pretty typical. And 20 to 25% is the bare minimum. It's super conservative, okay? And, a lot of times people will see these kind of big numbers and they're like, oh, you promote a high protein diet. No, I don't. I'm promoting a protein adequate diet. And it's like once you eat adequate amounts of protein, it changes everything, guys. It changes everything. I'm in the lean program, and one of my goals has been to get biceps like you. Yeah, you better do those workouts. Yes. Push-ups, workouts, strength training. That's another great thing to, put on your habit tracker. I aim for at least 3 strength workouts a week. I work out typically 5 days a week. 2 workouts are typically still kind of strength based, but they're usually without weights and more HIIT workouts. So I'm doing more like, faster squats, squat jumps, things like that, push-ups. And then my other 3 workouts are upper body, lower body, and a full body with heavy weights. I filmed a killer full body workout today, and I'm going to be feeling it for sure. Strength training is key. Building muscle is key. Cardio is a crappy weight loss, form of exercise. Women struggle with weight loss as they age because of sarcopenia. It is the loss of muscle mass. We lose, the inability to transfer is the closest sign to mortality, your inability to sit in a chair and stand up, which is basically a squat, maybe also a press, really dictates, what your longevity looks like. So, my goal is absolutely to stay fighting mean for as ever. Tracking is eye-opening, been slacking, so joining the next lean session, yay, jump in. If you're a past lean client, you always get that returning client discount. Always keeping it real for sure. 80-20 alcohol, and what else? Strength training would be a great one to track. Protein's a great one to track. Maybe you add in meditation, deep breathing. Maybe you want to do 5 minutes of meditation before bed each night. Stress is killing us, okay? What we've experienced over the last 18 months, why we are more obese than ever, okay? Everyone's gained a ton of weight. We are more unhealthy. I went and saw my general practitioner for my yearly checkup last Tuesday, and I was like, it's bad, isn't it? She's like, Amanda, it's bad. People are in bad shape. This year has crushed everybody. Stress, emotion, drinking, eating. People have gained significant weight, more comorbidities, So even just simply, don't look at the next 100 days as weight loss. Look at the next 100 days as making healthy choices. And I promise at the end of the 100 days, you will at least not have gained the 5 pounds of holiday fluff and maybe have lost. So even implementing, 5 minutes. I love the apps like Calm, Headspace, because I have a hard time with self-guided meditation. You tell me to sit here and go like this. I'm like, oh shit, I need dry shampoo. I got to fold the laundry. I got to pick the kids up. My head is always spinning. I'm sure you guys are exactly the same. So, committing to one of the things that I did in the past, I haven't been doing it, is I said, I'm going to listen. I had this beautiful song by Hillsong, one of my favorite songs. And I think the song was about 6 or 7 minutes. It was a really long song, maybe even 8 minutes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put this song on once a day. And can anybody name the song? Everyone's giving me tons of hearts. And I'm just going to listen to it, and I'm going to feel the music, and I'm going to breathe while I listen to it. And it was awesome. I actually habit stacked it with my magnesium soak. I need to get back to that. So it could be, meditation would be a good one to add. I don't drink a lot, so alcohol isn't an issue. I feel amazing. I did my first round in April. Today I've lost 52 pounds. That's amazing. Good for you. Since April, you are not the norm. What about that? Did your 5-day program and learned so much about protein in a short time. I love that. Stay tuned, guys. We got a little surprise. We're going to bring back that 5-day program because it was awesome. Started going to Orange Theory a few months ago. I go twice a week, but I want to start doing at least 3 to 4 workouts a week. That's awesome. I heard Orange Theory added some strength classes. Make sure you're hitting those, okay? It's my only complaint. Orange Theory is a little cardio heavy, but I heard that they are offering some of those strength classes, and I would definitely jump in those. Building lean muscle mass is key, guys. I just feel better, especially with the right amount of protein. Electrolytes, I'm telling you, protein electrolytes, it will change. Help with belly weight. Yes, actually, I've got a lot of Oceans. That's it. Ballroom Dancing Mom. It's the most gorgeous song ever. Olivia Rink turned me on to that song. I love it. So belly weight. Let's talk about belly fat, okay? Because we do struggle with that. Belly fat, sleep, alcohol, inflammation, gluten, dairy, sugar, strength training, protein. And that's the thing, it's so interesting because I always tell people, I'm like, you're not special. You're not special. If you're diabetic, you're not special. If you're going through menopause, you're not special. If you have 100 pounds to lose, you're not special. If you have hypertension, you're not special. Because guess what? Everything will be better with this foundational approach, okay? You don't have to do something special for menopause, all right? But you got to make sleep a priority. You got to watch your alcohol. You got to build muscle. You got to optimize your protein. You got to balance your blood sugar, okay? But that's the same thing that you need to do if you have diabetes. Just because you have diabetes doesn't mean that you have to eat no carbs for the rest of your life. Ultimately, to me, that's setting you up to fail because it's not sustainable. Yeah. I mean, no one can eat low carb for the rest of their life. I mean, hello, here comes Halloween, pumpkin pies, pecan pies, Christmas candy. You have to be able to have those things in moderation and find balance, because typically when you're doing something so extreme where you fear carbohydrates or you fear fat, you have one piece of Christmas candy and you beat yourself up over it. So instead of like being like, ooh, that one piece was so good and yum, I'm good, you eat the whole can, because now it's like, oh, I've already blown it, might as well. Have you watched my TED Talk? I talk about that. You got to drop the might as well thinking. That would be a great habit, okay? Drop the might as well thinking. And what that means is that if you find yourself in a scenario at the end of a meal or snack or whatever, when you've eaten something that doesn't align with your current goals, you learn to reset immediately, okay? So the example I use in my TED Talk is you walk into work, it's Friday, there's a box of hot, fresh donuts on the table, and you try really hard to resist because donuts do not align with your current health goals. But you end up having a few, 1, 2, 3. And at the end of it, you feel like shit, like you feel guilty, okay? Why did I do that? I feel bad, whatever. And for so many, it triggers that might as well thinking. Well, I already blew it, so I might as well have nachos for lunch and pizza and beer for dinner and, live my best life. And because it's Friday, so many people say, well, I might as well just eat like an asshole all weekend and start fresh Monday, because heaven forbid you get back on track on a Friday night. Heaven forbid you get back on track Saturday morning, because a diet only starts on Monday. But in reality, that 1, 2, 3 donuts did nothing towards your progress, okay? It's what you did after the donuts that did. So that would be another great one to add to your tracker. Your ability to resist the might as well thinking, okay? And it's just X every day that you find yourself either on track or you have, one slip, curve, detour, I like to call them flex. I don't like to put fear in food. I don't like to have food be all or nothing. I don't like there to be good foods versus bad foods. I don't like there to be cheat days. Like, I don't want anything negative surrounding my food choices. So I typically call them flexing. I flexed a little bit with that cornbread cookie, But the nice part about being in that 10-day detox is I would have eaten the whole cookie. I would have eaten probably 2 whole cookies, Like, sugar's my downfall. But in the mindset that I'm in right now, mainly because I'm feeling so good, I'm out of that detox period. I'm coming to the end. I'm feeling really good. I didn't want the whole, like, one bite was satisfying. It's like, that was good. I'm glad I got to taste it, And I always say, I always want you guys to think about that when you're eating discretionary foods, foods that the 20%, okay? When you're eating those 20% foods, if it's not good, don't eat it. Like, I definitely have gotten to the point now where it's like, okay, I take a bite of a dessert, and if it's good, I'm going to enjoy every bite. If it ain't good, it ain't going in my mouth, okay? I'm not wasting it in this body. I was talking about that today. I had a really hard time for the longest time dealing with food waste. If I had family over and they brought all this food and cakes and cookies and they left it, I had a really hard time throwing it away. I'd just eat it. I'd eat it. My family would eat it. But somebody said something that really changed the way that I looked at food in the form of waste. And what they said is you can either waste it in the trash or you can waste it in your body, because that's what it is. I mean, there's nothing beneficial about eating a cookie, cake, pies. I mean, it's not benefiting you. So now that I see it in that mind, I have no qualms about wasting it in the trash, because it's not worth wasting in my temple. Okay. I'd rather waste some tequila in my temple versus some crappy cookies, Now, if it's, if it's really good key lime pie, like if Sissy comes over and makes her famous key lime pie dessert, I might eat half of it. So it just depends. So think about that, if you're eating food and you're like, this is not even that really good, like, why the hell are you eating it? Stop eating it. Find something that's really good. Someone's saying, that's the story of my life. The might as well thinking. Make that your one goal for the next 100 days. And so that's what I'm trying to get to you guys. Tomorrow marks 100 days. What are you going to do with it? Okay. Maybe make one goal, make 2 goals, make 3 goals, make any goals you want, but see how you can follow through over the next 100 days, with those goals, and then see at the end, how you feel. Are you going to come out of this holiday season feeling better than you ever have simply because you did 2 things every day for 100 days? It could make a difference for sure. What's up, Eric? Good to see you. I don't like to flex. It tears my intestines up. I think that's really key. I was talking about that today. I recorded a really good podcast with Sarah from Gratisfied. I can't wait for it to be released. And we were talking about, I was talking about how moms get really uptight about talking about nutrition and eating around their daughters, around their children, for fear of eating disorders and things like that. And, I was telling her the way that I talk about food around my kids is about the way that I feel, and again, I'm also talking about the fact when you stop chasing the scale and you start chasing a feeling, that's when it all changes. Okay. Because when you're chasing energy and good sleep and feeling light, you can be 200 pounds and feel light, that feeling where you're just not bloated and your bowels are moving, like all those really good things that I'm feeling right now. It makes you want to eat healthy. Like it makes you not want to eat like an asshole. All right. And so it's the same thing, whenever my kids have discussions about well, why don't you eat, regular pasta, mom, or whatever, they really don't question me because they know I'm the crazy nutrition lady. So they just make fun of me. But I'm like, because it doesn't make me feel good. It makes my stomach feel like shit. It makes me look, it makes me feel really bloated and uncomfortable. If you eat those foods and they don't make you feel like that, good. Okay. Good for you. But for me, I'm chasing a feeling. And again, what if you chased a feeling over the next 100 days? Again, took the scale out of the equation. What if it wasn't about weight loss at all, but it was about feeling your best? What if that was your gauge of your progress, how you felt? It's powerful. And it's interesting because the next 3 months are really powerful for my job, my business. I own another company called Spring. It's for health and wellness professionals to launch similar businesses like I do. And I'm preaching them like what happens in January 1st is dependent on what you do in October, November, and December. You can't start marketing for January 1st, December 25th. You got to start marketing now. And what if you thought about that with regards to your health and wellness? What you do over the next 3 months is the catalyst for your success in January. Yeah. We know that the next 3 months are not the most ideal times to be perfect, to go all in, but we know in January is the best time to be perfect and go all in because everybody's, perfect and all in. I say there's no better time to be on, minding your P's and Q's and, doing all the right things than January, February, March, because everybody's doing the same thing. So what if you use the next 3 months as a little bit of like your launching ground, in terms of, I'm going to lay a little bit of a foundation with hydration. I'm going to lay a little bit of a foundation with sleep. I'm going to lay a little foundation with sun exposure, vitamin D, things that you don't think impact your health and wellness, things that you don't think impact your weight loss, but they do. I'm going to lay a little foundation with controlling my alcohol intake? What if you laid that foundation over the next 3 months, and then that's what eventually launches you to major success in 2022? Think of it that way. Think of it that way. I think so many people see these next 3 months as a waste. They see the next 100 days as like an excuse. It's like being pregnant. Well, might as well eat all the things because I'm gonna get big anyway, you know? So it's like there's no way we can lose weight in December. So I might as well, you know, just live my best life because I'm gonna get on my P's and Q's. I'm gonna, you know, get my act together in January. But it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. And I'm here to tell you guys, people that are successful at long-term weight loss, people that are successful at health, if you don't think I work my ass off every day to stay healthy, you're wrong. I mean, you're wrong. If you don't think I check my sleep score every morning, if you don't think I try to get my workout in, if you don't think I'm loading up on vegetables, if you don't think I'm, you know, optimizing my magnesium, I'm tracking my protein, you know, I always say that. I'm not asking y'all to do things that I'm not doing. You know, we're all working hard. So, you know, again, if you just put in that little bit of effort over the next couple of months, you're creating that lifestyle. Yes. Is it easier for me to eat healthy? Absolutely. Because it's a lifestyle I've created. Is it easier for me to, you know, optimize my magnesium, get my workouts in? Absolutely, because it's a lifestyle I've created, okay? It hasn't always been this way, but it doesn't mean it can't be that way for you too. I love that. Perfect. Lindsay says, love this, and it goes back to awareness of the all or nothing mindset. It's such a powerful and sneaky mindset. Appreciate the training and tool set. I agree. It is so sneaky. You know, you guys, and I love, and when you use like tag words, I was talking to Kimmy, my juice girl, the weekly juicery. And I was telling her about this, you know, might as well thinking. I actually rehearsed my TED Talk with her. And, you know, she texted me 2 weeks later and she goes, you know what, Amanda? I've caught myself in 2 scenarios where I tried to say might as well. But because I have more awareness of that tagline, might as well, I'm now like, whoa, no, you not might as well. No. So again, it creates, once you have that awareness of that you do live in that all or nothing mindset, because we all do, okay, then you can at least stop yourself. Be like, no, this is a scenario in which I would fall into, you know, that might as well thinking. Wrap it up. But I have 100 people on here. Hunter's like, wrap it up. You're dumb. He's like, I want to watch my TV. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. So, bottom line, what are you going to do in the next 100 days? What are you going to do? Are you going to lay the foundation? Are you going to do just a couple of things that are going to allow you to end the year in a better place? I encourage you to do so. I support you. Trust me, I'm going to be talking a lot about it, you know, over the next week or two. I'm going to say 100 days. You got 90 days. You got 80 days. You got 60 days, you know. Don't ever give up. And you know, Trish is saying 55 and up, it's rough for weight. I mean, kinda, sorta, you know. It's the same principles. The same thing that we do at 30 for, you know, weight loss, we should be doing at 55. So I'm like, don't make the excuse. Do the work. Do the foundational work. Cinnamon, yes, here's to 2022. What we can make it better. Yay. Thanks, Amanda. Great advice. The next 100 days, here I come. All right, guys. Love you. Happy Wednesday. See you soon. Hey, share this video. If you found this powerful and impactful, please go to your stories, click the top little smiley face, reshare, share this in your stories. I'd appreciate that. Talk to you soon. Bye.